welcome back to the Marking Properties YouTube channel, where we talk about all things from how to sell your house quickly, how to sell to a professional cash buyer, and so much more. Here you'll find videos that are instructional, useful, and really helpful when it comes to navigating the ever-changing property market. Today we're going to be sharing all the hints and tips to help you discover when your house was built. So if you're ready, let's get to it. There are many reasons why you might want to know when your property was built, for insurance purposes, curiosity, or just to know about your property. It's a fascinating subject once you delve into it. Despite a lot of houses having renovations and being remodeled, you might be surprised to learn that a lot of it was impacted on whether it was pre or post-war, what materials were available, whether it was made by a developer or by a housing association. So tip number one we have is to check the Land Registry. All you would do is go onto your computer, go to Google and type in "when was my house built," and you'll be directed to the website where you put your postcode and find out the details. Once on the website, you'll discover that they have historical ownership records called title registers, or sometimes deeds. You can discover the age of any property by checking when the original transfer took place from the property developer to its very first owner. It's worth checking the documents obtained when you first bought the property, because 9 times out of 10 your conveyancer will have forwarded these on to you about a month after you bought the property, if not already. So check your documents, you may already have them, but if not, they can be downloaded very easily for a small fee of £3. Additional £3, you can also download the title plan, which shows the boundaries of the land surrounding the property, and for £9 you can also download information regarding flood risks associated with the property. Tip number 2 is to have a look at the architectural style and have a look at the houses in your area. Check neighbouring houses and just get a feel for the design, the features, the kind of roofs that they have, the driveways, the outdoor space. This will give you a fairly good idea as to what era the property was built in. So heading into point 3, we're going to be sharing the types of properties that you will see in a location that is very specific to us. It's our regional location of South Wales. We're also going to be sharing the majority of styles that you will see if you were to visit this beautiful area of the country. Number 4, we have Victorian houses. These were built from 1837 to the 1900s. They're mostly found in numbers in the port towns of Cardiff, Barry, Newport and Swansea. Number 5, Valley terraced houses. And these come in a mixture of designs. You will find many a street in South Wales that are littered in the hills and beyond of these gorgeous terrace houses, whether that is front facing, that is on the road, or whether they're the much coveted and gorgeous villa style with the large bay windows and period features. Over time, many of these properties have actually been remodeled to include double-decker, and these can make way for really useful, functional family-sized kitchens and additional bathrooms. These make absolutely wonderful family homes. And of course, they have the advantage of the close proximity to neighbours, which is always going to encourage and enable strong community bonds. Number 6, and that is interwar houses. Now, these are typically built from the 1920s and the 1930s, and they're often semi-detached houses that have smaller or single style front bay windows. Most of them have front and rear gardens, and they often have hip roofs as well. That's very common and something that we see a lot with these types of houses. These houses remain to be ever popular and can be found throughout Cardiff, Swansea, Newport and many smaller towns in South Wales. Over the years, many of these have been extended, offering additional ensuite or washroom, bathroom facilities. Number 7, post-Second World War houses. Now, typically again, these are post-1945. There was a massive house building push throughout the UK, and South Wales also benefited from this too. Property developers and local authorities alike built an abundance of new style houses, but many of these fall into the category of non-standard construction homes. Now, if you're wondering about non-standard construction homes, it is something that we've mentioned in videos before, and we will be having a blog post going live very soon on that, so stay tuned. But basically, these are houses of a non-standard construction. For example, the Cornish style house, BISF houses, which actually stands for British Iron and Steel Federation, steel frame houses, airy, hollow form, precast, wimpy, poured concrete, and that's just to name a few examples. But the boom actually lasted until the 1980s, when political changes actually caused it to slow down in the construction. Number 8, 1970s modern houses. Now again, typically these are characterized by the minimal features such as a lack of bay windows, and they tend to have much simpler designs. A lot of them lack porches, and modern estates have been built in far higher density compared to the houses built in the 1960s and 70s. Generally with these types of houses you will see smaller plots, less driveways or smaller driveways. You'll also notice that there is a narrower service road throughout the estates. The mixture of houses often include 3-story terraces and coach house flats above garage blocks, and the overall living space is considerably less. There is often limited or no access to public green spaces. Better use of internal space makes a more agreeable contemporary lifestyle. As building control and energy efficiency has improved, modern properties tend to be very economical to run and prove ever popular with homeowners and home buyers alike. There have been many recent developments throughout South Wales, with both brown and greenfield sites being developed. Some of the well-known brownfield developments are Cardiff and Swansea Bay and the Newport Docks area. They've all been heavily redeveloped alongside greenfields straddling the heads of the Valley Roads and the M4 corridor. And there you have it. Those are the main types of properties and the areas that you will find in South Wales. But this is very common throughout the whole of the UK. You will find these types of houses scattered everywhere. And again, if you're looking to discover when your property was built, we hope this video is giving you help of where to start. If you're in South Wales and you're thinking about selling your house, it's always worth considering selling to a professional cash buyer like Mark King Properties. Not only will you get a fast and fair cash offer, it means that you can progress into your next dream home as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.